Well, everybody's heard about the bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird.
Grown men watch this shit?
A podcast about indie wrestling.
Bird is a winner, well, a bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird. The bird's a winner, well, a bird. Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an extra impromptu and unprepared edition of
Grown men watch this shit.
Woo!
Yeah!
Yes, this day is a special occasion in Australia. You may have heard of it, or most likely you have not. It's called Hottest 100 Day. You aware of this?
Hottest? No, let's go on.
So this is a bit of a controversial topic. So I thought I'd enlighten everyone here. So in the past, every Australia Day, we would have a celebration of the hottest 100 music tracks of the year. Worldwide songs, so it just had to come out in the prior calendar year, and everyone would vote on one of the major sort of like government accredited independent radio stations, but it's like a pretty big deal outside of that as well. But yeah, everyone would vote, and then they would play it, and you have a marathon. You sit in a pool, you crack into some tinnies, you eat some snags, and you listen to your hottest 100. However, then it became a thing because did you know that the celebration of Australia Day is a bit of a no-no these days?
Oh, I was unaware. Is it because it's somewhat offensive to the Aboriginal folk?
Well, it is, and I think they have a good point, because rather than any other country where, you guys celebrate your independence, which I think is something to celebrate, other countries celebrate different historical dates, but we, for some reason, celebrate the day that our white people invaded the land and slaughtered a whole bunch of indigenous people.
Good show, mate.
Right? So bloody
right,
Australian.
Right. That's fucking terrible, but awesome.
Yeah, so
in the truest sense of the word, it's awe-inspiring how ridiculous that is.
Indeed, yeah. So some have deemed it Invasion Day, and probably something that we should not be celebrating. And a lot of people have been, suggesting we should move the date, which I'm personally for. I think that's a good idea. And as part of that, they actually moved the hottest 100 away from Australia Day itself as an act of support.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
I love how the hottest one is like, nah, man, can't do it.
Oh, you should have seen the fucking backlash when this happened. So many bloody yobbos like, I can't believe they're moving hottest 100 out of Australia Day. It's bloody un-Australian.
That's fucking fantastic.
Right?
Oh, man.
So
what was the top track this year?
No, today is the actual date. So it's just started like about an hour or two ago. And so
it's like Total Request Live. You remember that with TRL, Carson Daly? Yeah. It's like the whole country gets together and participates in their own yearly TRL.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly.
America would never do it, but that's fucking. I'd want us to do that. That sounds fucking rad. We can't get that organized.
Yeah, so now the hottest 100 is the Saturday of the weekend, whereas the official Australia Day is tomorrow. So that's what's separate. But it's just resulted in me like a big fucking confusion of when the hottest 100 day actually is. I swear I've had like 10 conversations with Courtney, and I'm like, so when is it? She's like, it's always the Saturday. No matter what the date, it's always the Saturday. And I'm like, that makes it more confusing.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is not my platform to rant. But I'm not ranting. I think it's a good idea to move the day. Anyway, but yeah, that's what's going on in my world, man. How about you?
Oh, man. Very exciting. I came home today and dealing with a dog that knows how to request to go outside, but doesn't like to hold it when I leave. So I got home to a mess, man. Outside of that, today's been kind of shitty. And now I'm ready to podcast because, sometimes you just got to buck up do a podcast with your buddy, talk about some wrestling, and that'll
Sometimes
bring
it
you
can
to better
take you
mood.
out of it, you know? Take you out of
Yeah,
your
man.
slump, get into some wrestling, get into some buddy chats, you know? I think that's good.
I did want to point out something really awesome that I saw just before I got on the show here is the buddies over at 2020 Apparel. They just showed a new pin, I think, that they're putting out. It's a 2-part pin, like a lapel pin. It's the police car dragging the casket of Big Show's daddy with Big Show attached to it. It's a 2-part lapel pin. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen, dude, and I totally want one. Yeah, it really brought a smile to my face, so that helped improve my mood as well.
I'm a big fan of the idea of a tag team lapel pin where you have to buy the two for them to work out.
Well, I think they're linked together, actually, with a little chain as well. It's like they went all out with it.
That's cool. Hey, I like, tag team wrestler pins where you have to buy the two to get the tag team. Is that not a thing?
Tag team wrestling? Yeah, I'm sure they probably do. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. They generally, with the pins like that, maybe link them together or have two heads or something like that.
Yeah.
With an actual tag team. But yeah, you'd be right. It's brilliant. Like
license
marketing, double marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, like when they'd sell the wrestling figures, and you'd like, well, of course I have to get both of the Brain Busters or like both of the Heart Foundation. You can't just get one of them.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I saw a great T-shirt. It came into my email address because I'm signed up to Stash Pages. Shout out to is it Stash Pages?
Is it that Frankensteiner one?
Yeah. Holy shit.
I have that one already posted on my page. Thanks a lot, bro.
Huh?
I already did a bootleg of that on my page.
But theirs is different.
It's the same one.
Is it?
They just have a long sleeve version. Yeah.
Wait,
It's
so
exactly
is
the
this...
same.
I thought they came up with the illustration. Are you telling me that both of you just jacked an old illustration?
Hell yeah, man. We bootlegged the shit out of that shit.
I can't believe I'm outraged at a bootleg's lack of creativity.
Yeah, I saw it. It's an old WCW shirt. I knew you can't find it anywhere. So I looked around and I found an old copy of it. And I kind of had to redistort it and kind of mess with it. And it looks like he did the same thing, but he took more time to color his in. I just kind of made the graphic high res. And,
I do dig the shading on theirs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Go check out mine, dude. It's pretty much the same. Go look at that jerk.
Hilarious.
I have a friend who does really cool paintings of bloody matches. You should check him out, dude.
I need to get onto that. What a coinky dink. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's been my fucking life for the last 5 months, I want to say. Just non-stop. Only art I do for the most part is drawing bloody wrestlers, and it's a labor and it's a love. It's both of those things.
I like how you're like, I'm drawing bloody wrestlers. This is bloody, a whole shitload of them.
Yeah. So on that note, there was this particularly great one that I came across that was actually first on the list that I watched this week, and I actually sent it through to you. Did you have a chance to watch this, Magic?
The moose one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get a chance. I was trying to get the house cleaned up. I was going to watch it on a later date. But the name Moose Bankalore?
No, Moose, Golden Moose Cholak.
Cholak, sorry.
Yeah, but we will watch this and talk about it in a future moment.
Yeah.
But I'll share it on the Twitter page so the rest of y'all can get on this, enjoy the goodness. And then you can hear us rave about it, and you can relate to it. It'll work way better. All right.
It does look great. Some cool black and white shit, guys. So check it out.
From the '60s, from Chicago. So that's like a time where it's like towards the end of black and white wrestling, but the actual wrestling is fantastic. And Golden Moose Cholak is maybe my new favorite wrestler, and Larry Cheney. Also definitely holds up his end, and there is a drop kick in this match that is perhaps the greatest drop kick in wrestling history, but I will not say any more. That's enough to wet the taste buds, hopefully.
Speaking of crazy matches, one I don't know if we talked about this week, but did you see they announced that Nick Gage and Daniel Makabe are going to wrestle?
Yeah, that sounds wild. When you tagged me in this, I got really excited because Daniel Makabe, when you're not looking at him quite right, somewhat with blurry eyes resembles David Arquette. So I was really fucking pumped that we were getting a rematch.
The rematch
of one of my favorite matches of was that last year or the year before? Time flies.
I think it was late last year.
Yeah, but holy shit, that was great.
The year before, you know.
But I mean, yeah, Daniel Makabe and Gage is pretty cool as well, I guess.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. It's like the best poster I ever saw. A bunch of the stuff was intentionally spelled wrong because it's for WrestleVania, that Danhausen and Warhorse show. So it said technically, or the greatest technically a wrestler. It didn't say technical a wrestler. It said the greatest technically a wrestler. I like that line.
Nice. I was surprised they didn't just do the Hausen motif on every single thing on the poster. That would have been pretty sweet.
That's a little overkill, Hausen.
Maybe Hausen. I also saw a match announced today or late yesterday that really got my socks hot between Tom Lawler, Filthy Tom,
yes,
and none other than fucking Meng.
What
Meng?
the hell? That's so cool.
Are you going to this? You have to go to this, right? That's one of the Mania weekend. It's the Black Label show for Mania weekend. I don't know what day. I haven't checked the schedule because, as mentioned, I'm probably not going. But if I was there, fuck, there's no way I miss out on seeing Meng wrestle Filthy Tom.
If there's nothing that I've already bought tickets for that isn't in direct
immediate clashing
opposition, I'm going to that shit.
Yeah. Holy shit, that sounds great. And there was another one that was announced that really got me going too. Fucking Chris Dickinson versus Shingo. What?
That's gonna be fucking hard hitting as hell.
That's at the Pancakes and Pile Drivers show. Another one that I entirely suggest you go to. That sounds incredible.
Man, I already have 5 shows tickets for it. Now there's 2 more. Good lordy.
Come on, how many did we do last year? It's not like a dozen.
Yeah, too many shows.
Too many shows. There was some other great stuff that I don't have in front of me, so I'm not going to try to remember. I know as much as our listening bots enjoy trying to pick something out of my memory and not quite getting it. It makes great podcasting.
Of course.
But one of the main things that before we get to the main thing that we watched this week, I just wanted to point out that I find it fucking incredible and amazing that people are shook. That people are shocked that in the year 2020, Necro Butcher, Sandman, and Sabu are not woke enough for them. I find that fucking hilarious. What do you expect?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they are. I mean, come on. Fucking we're talking about old carny fucking wrestlers, and these guys are not necessarily guys who got over on being by any means
Sandman
PC,
had a fucking
PC.
shirt that said politically incorrect and proud of it for years.
Exactly. Yeah. I think people are less shocked and more disappointed. Which is also lame, but whatever. I think it sucks that the Sandman doesn't like women wrestlers, but
I don't think Sandman doesn't like women wrestlers. I just think the idea that Sandman doesn't buy women in a main event in 2020, I am not shocked by that. I'm not even disappointed by that. I'm just like, yeah, Sandman would probably think that, you know?
Yeah. He can just keep his mouth shut. Maybe that's for the best. No, I'm joking.
I don't know. There's sometimes the things pop up on the Twitter and I just look at my screen and I'm like, what? Look at yourself being outraged at this. This is not a thing to be outraged at. I mean, it's not, you know, whatever. Next, anything else in the news that you think is worthy of talking? You may notice, listeners, we're continuing, we're jumping forward, we're not doing as much preamble because we're trying to keep this to a hard 40.
We can go a little bit longer, but this is one of the rare occasions where there is a time crunch because schedule permitted this allotment of time to do a show. I'm trying to go to a show. There may be a chance I may skip it, so this might run a little bit longer. Who knows?
Oh, we hate to hear that. Not going to a wrestling show. What's on the card? What's looking good on this? What would you be depriving yourself of?
Well, there is one positive thing about not going to shows. 3-2-1 Battle, great local promotion, also runs their show on Twitch, the service. So if I wanted to, if I didn't want to be there live and in person, I could jump on Twitch and watch it from the very comfort of my living room. But we got the Battle Rumble going on. That's a pretty big deal. And then the main event is 3-2-1 Solid Steel Champion versus Desi Dorada, Jeff Cobb's lady friend, versus aforementioned Daniel Makabe for the Solid Steel title. And this is where, if you were familiar with 3-2-1, you would say Solid Steel in return.
Yes. I know the gimmick. I know the gimmick.
Oh,
but I refuse to partake.
You son of a bitch.
Such a wet blanket. Oh, there we go. Jeremy's gone. Jeremy's left out of outrage.
I'm back.
Right.
Is it fixing now? Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay. I will take that from 3-2-1. But yeah, so I might just watch it. But yeah, man. News-wise,
speaking of the Solid Steel, did you notice the Cody and MJF had some fun with the Solid Steel references on AEW?
Oh, I didn't catch that. I'd probably
every single time they've said about the upcoming cage match between Cody and Wardlow, they say Solid Steel cage.
That's awesome. Do you think it's a rib on Aubrey because she's from 3-2-1?
Maybe it's just a coincidence, and I think it sounds cool to say Solid Steel cage. But to me,
does sound. You gotta sell a fucking Solid Steel cage, so I get it.
Yeah, this is no fucking hollow steel cage.
Yeah. Actually, this is a really thin fiberglass cage. Please don't touch it.
I've been watching a lot of cage matches recently, again in this 100 bloodiest matches gimmick, and I forgot that before WWF brought in their fucking weird, remember that like they had the blue bar cage in was that the late 80s, early 90s?
Yep.
And then prior to that, did they have a black bar cage? I can't remember. But before that, they just had like the same thing that they real fucking wrestling like NWA and every other territory had, with just the mesh. Like I watched a tag between Randy Savage.
Regular chain link.
Yeah. I watched like a tag between Randy Savage and Bruno Sammartino against Tito Santana and Bruno Sammartino against Randy Savage and who was the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it had a mesh cage. And I was like, whoa, this is so much more gritty.
Yeah, and it doesn't look as goofy and like, all right, these are made for people to be able to climb on them.
Yes, but at the same time, It's funny because like when it asks the actual workers, those like fucking steel climbing ones was so much more painful to take bumps into than just like chain link fence.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I did remember something that is interesting and just fun to talk about.
Yes.
Did you see that Impact is doing a TNA themed show?
Classic TNA show. Yeah. I saw it was Ethan Page did the tweet announcing it, and he made like a joke about how he wants to be the next King of the Mountain, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
And yeah, they announced the two first guys in it, Aces and 8 throwbacks.
That was
Ken
the part
Anderson
I wanted to talk about.
and D'Lo fucking Brown.
That's so cool.
I forgot that D'Lo was even in Aces and 8s.
Oh yeah. One of the huge reveals. Oh shit, it's D'Lo.
Next, they're going to announce Garrett Bischoff.
Yeah. Oh shit, Wes Briscoe's up in this bitch.
Oh. See, I'm hoping we get... I saw someone say, if they don't fucking reunite the Flying Elvises, this whole thing is a fraud. And I'm all about that.
Yeah. Oh, we need Elix Skipper to come back.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I need me some Sonny Siaki up in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Kid
Well,
Cash.
didn't he do a fake rock gimmick for a minute too?
Sort of, yeah. But then I think he
Yeah.
retired from wrestling because he had like a terrible injury, and then I heard he like donated his kidney to like his brother or a friend or something, and he couldn't wrestle anymore because of that. It was like a real emotional kind of one. But it sounds like a good dude.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he originally retired because someone did like I want to say like a leg drop off the top, and their ass just like crushed his skull. It sounded real gnarly.
Shit.
Yeah, no good. But yeah, what are your favorite throwback TNA memories? Who would you really want to see in this? And if they made it, you'd just be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to that."
Well, the reason I mentioned Elu Skipper is because I love the stupid Sports Entertainment Extreme name.
Oh, I love the music. You remember that music?
Yeah, I just love this. This is TNA, and we have a group called SCX. Like, this shit is so corny.
Why wouldn't you?
I fucking loved it. Yeah.
But you think
honestly,
they have to bring back Russo to do the managing if they bring back Sports Entertainment Extreme, right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that. Well, I mean, it's good for him, but unfortunate that Abyss is with the WWE because Abyss is like one of my favorite parts of TNA. Like,
well, a lot of the guys that you think of like classic dudes from that era of TNA are now moved on, right? Because like you mentioned, Sports Entertainment Extreme. One of the other main dudes of that, Christopher Daniels. We'll not be seeing him there, sadly. Obviously, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, huge in TNA over the years. That do not.
Maybe they can get Christian Cage on the show.
We can only hope. Only if he's managed by the problem solver, Tyson Tomko.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd love that.
Those tattoos, man.
And anyone else?
Give me all the corny tattoos.
Oh yeah. Maybe we can just have a reunion of
all the great
tribals.
ones aren't there anymore. Like I liked Alex Shelley when he was Baby Bear.
They could get Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley's doing taking independent gigs. He was announced on hey?
Isn't he with NXT right now?
No, they just had him do a couple shots. It was for the tag team, Dusty Rhodes tag team gimmick, because he's on the upcoming big time ROH Free Enterprise show in a match against Haskins. And he's also...
I think he might be going back to WWE, dude, because after they lost their match, he said that they're coming back and all the NXT tag teams are on notice.
Yeah, but I think he hasn't signed a thing, because it was announced then after that on the WrestleCon show.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's probably... I mean, you're probably right. He's probably in the long term going to end up there, as sad as that would make me, with this awesome sort of like indie comeback that he's made. But I think since he's already been announced for an independent WrestleMania weekend show, why couldn't he take another one?
Fair.
Yeah, Petey Williams. I guess no reason why you couldn't get Petey Williams there. We could have a reunion of Team Canada. That'd be pretty sweet.
My dog is fucking annoying me right now. Bronx, get the fuck away. Sometimes you gotta shoo your dog away. I apologize, dude.
It's alright.
He's like literally, as we talk here, biting the shit out of my hand repeatedly.
Is he still teething? Is that what he's got doing there, or he just
no,
hates
he's just
you?
like, I'm not paying any attention to him because I'm talking to you, and he's just getting really frustrated.
Aww.
And now he's yipping. Anyway,
I think any dogness adds to a podcast. Always.
Dog run-ins, always.
Yeah, why not?
Man, I probably won't go to the TNA show, but it does sound like a lot of fun. I
think
like
it's
how they're
clashing with something.
Oh, good. Now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Man, it's funny that they're even still alive, to be honest with you. And I don't even have the... Apparently, it's gotten a lot better. It was getting a lot better when they were still on a cable channel that I got. Now, it's hard to fucking catch it, so I can't stay current with their product.
Well, I mean, they're on... They booted off fucking New Japan from Access TV because Anthem bought Access TV basically so that they could put TNA on it, or Impact Wrestling, I'm sorry, on it. And yeah, they booted New Japan from their contract because New Japan didn't want to cooperate and do anything at all with Impact Wrestling, from what I heard. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, hey, sometimes I'm actually shocked that they didn't want, like, why don't they want to air their product? They just trying to drive American viewers to the New Japan World, probably.
No, I think it was just New Japan not wanting to be pushed around, and with Impact putting their foot down, saying, "Hey, if you guys want to stay on this network, which we know is huge to your business, you have to, work with Impact Wrestling and cooperate, and I don't know, have some sort of deal." And New Japan just was like, "Fuck no, we out of this bitch."
We out. Oh, dude, I just thought of the guy they need on this fucking show. Monty motherfucking Brown.
Oh, that's the one. Yep. Can you imagine the pop?
Male. The pound
Period. Comes out in that fucking leopard skin suit jacket.
Guy was cool as fuck. That's like probably the biggest fuck up of TNA, in my opinion. Like, they should have put the title onto him instead of having him join Jarrett.
I thought they did it so it's like they had him join him, but you knew that he still didn't like him and that he was eventually going to get the belt, but then fucking WWE took him and ruined him.
Well, yeah, that's mean. They should have just put the belt on him. They fucked up.
I don't know. That's like that same bullshit argument with like that Vern should have put the belt on Hogan, which I completely disagree with. I'm like, if a fucker's gonna leave, why would you put the belt on him?
Well, yeah, that's a different situation. Monty Brown would have stayed for good. They need to treat him right. He's the alpha male.
I love Monty Brown. He was great. He was like, I love TNA from that period, man. So good.
Marcus
I would watch it every week.
Not so much.
No. Talk about killing someone's fucking passion for wrestling. Yeah, sad. Yeah, man, that would be great. So, the main thing that we're going to talk about on the show today, listeners, is last week we spoke about one of the things, the trials and tribulations of Ring of Honor in the year 2019, and there are a lot of question marks. With them going into 2020, a lot of shakiness. Still, like some bad mojo out there from some different stories, and people not necessarily seeing them as a priority to watch. As we mentioned last week, with all the other exciting things on TV, they're getting a little bit left behind in the dirt. However, they started 2020 with a fucking bang, man. We had the big news come out, first of all, that I think no one expected, really. Marty signed with ROH, signed the biggest contract, the most lucrative contract in ROH history. He's staying there in the long term. Villain Enterprises is staying in ROH. In addition to that, Marty's got his bloody fingers in the book now. So we've got Marty and Delirious as the booking team, which I'm actually really pumped for. And I think it's gotten a lot of people thinking, ooh, maybe we need to check out what ROH is doing a bit more.
And I think we're already maybe seeing some of the fingerprints on that, because they signed Slex, who I know you're probably familiar with.
And Marty worked Slex a whole bunch in International Assault. I saw that myself in person.
Yeah, so, and honestly, Marty's got a cool idea for, considering the fact that he went from Party Marty to the villain. The guy's got a cool vision about how he wants to present wrestling storytelling. So
yeah, and all friends that I talk to that know Marty all say that he's a very, very smart guy when it comes to wrestling. So there's that. I mean, we don't have any evidence of seeing him as a booker per se previously, but I think it's good. I think it's new blood. It's a breath of fresh air. And I heard that as much as people might have perceived it as, Delirious being replaced, he's actually really fucking happy with the decision from what I read. You can imagine the pressure of having to book yourself for that long. Now he's getting some new ideas, and yeah, I think it's a great thing. Marty and Delirious.
Hell yeah, man. Only exciting things are coming. And honestly, outside of the show that we're about to talk about, I've been excited about like what they've been doing storytelling wise on the actual TV. Like they're doing an interesting angle with Silas Young being a mentor, and then somebody else, I forget who was, decided to take up the same idea. They're going to try to mentor somebody That's kind of fun and
Yeah,
interesting.
PJ Black, he picked up his own
that's right,
schlub,
that's
so
right.
it's like, hey, you can mentor someone, I'll mentor someone. Except the person he picked
Yeah.
didn't want to be mentored, but he's like, well, fuck you, I'm going to mentor the shit out of you.
Yeah, and that guy they're doing a cool story for. He won like the top prospect last year and hasn't really done shit, so he's all pissed off and annoyed.
That was Dak Draper. That was a different dude.
No, Dak won this year.
Ah, right. Well, last year.
I'm talking about the guy who won last year. Yeah, the guy who won last year is all.
We're
he
talking
didn't do
about
shit.
2019, 2020, right? I mean, 2019, 2018.
You got it, friend.
Yeah, all right. It's this whole new confusing New Year issue. I hate it. Every time we have a changeover of the year, you say last year, meaning the year before, but it's not. It's the worst. White people problems.
Son of a bitch. Confusing the shit out of me timeline-wise, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a really fun angle. And I'm really behind the team way more than I thought I would of Silas Young and Josh Woods. I think Josh Woods has gotten like so much better from his time with Silas, even though they have maybe the worst tag team name in history. You're familiar?
Two guys, one tag.
Yeah.
What's the matter with two guys, one tag?
Two guys, one tag. You like it?
I don't hate it. I think it's funny. It's stupid, but it's great. It's not your in the world of tag teams coming through with really intense, weird things like Authors of Pain or the Medusa Complex. It's pretty funny to have two guys, one tag.
I always like the one where they just jam together the part of two guys' names and just like, have that. Like I remember, I can't quite put my finger on it, but WCW had a bunch of fucking great ones like that. I've always been a fan of Satoshi Kojima and Hiroyoshi Tenzan as Tenkoji. That just seems the way they do it in Japan. Just jam the names together. Why not? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe two guys, one tag will grow on me. We'll see. But at the moment, it's in the not so great tag names pile. Not quite to the standard of High Voltage, in my opinion.
Few are.
Hey?
I said few are up to the standard of High Voltage, friend.
Or Chronic. Chronic and High Voltage are possibly two of the greatest tag names of all time. Did you ever think about what the concept behind Chronic was? Like, did both of those dudes just really fucking love smoking weed and getting drank?
I don't know if those guys seemed like really big potheads. I always took it as it meant chronic pain. Maybe you're a bit of a drug head, but that's just me.
Because chronic is when you get high, but then you get real drunk as well, and then you have the combination of chronic.
No, chronic is just a type of weed. It's a name, like it's called the chronic. It's the best. It's the dope. It's the chronic. It's not the combination of getting drunk and high. That's getting crunk.
Really? I think we need to consult Urban Dictionary at this point.
Oh, I'm fairly certain.
All right, I'm not challenging you. I'm intrigued.
No, I'm offended. Just kidding.
Urban Dictionary, Chronic.
Speaking of the name smashed together, I did a T-shirt for a couple of guys. The one guy's name is Irish Extreme, and the other guy does a gimmick where he's like a gangster. So together their tag team is Hood Extreme.
That's pretty great. Yeah. Oh, we've got some differing opinions here. One,
we're not going to get to the show we're talking about.
Chronic, the act of stealing one's lighter while being under the influence of marijuana.
What?
Another one, chronic is just straight up weed marijuana, i.e. she needs to lay off the chronic. Another one that's a little bit longer, but if you'll indulge me, chronic, the only energy drink that doesn't taste like straight pig piss. Symptoms after drinking include prevalent swearing, unyielding wankage, hostility, rowdiness, rudeness, and trouble causing. Best if drunken in large groups, so a sole outburst is not considered too abnormal. I.e., is he drunk? No, he just had a chronic. Is she high? Nah, she just finished a low-carb chronic. Nah, Energy drinks always taste like crap to me. Trust me, Chronic is better. So apparently that's a thing. But my favorite. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, please continue.
All right, my favorite, the fourth definition, Chronic. Many people think Chronic is just great weed, but the reason it is so good is because it's laced with crack or meth. There is no such thing as Chronic without being laced. I.e., dude, she's been fucked up since she started that Chronic. So, there we go. I think we all learned something today.
This might be the best episode of our show yet.
I like the keeping it moving thing, you know? It provides a good energy, I reckon.
I don't think we've kept it moving as much as we thought.
Oh, fuck, we've got 5 minutes left. Damn it! I thought we were doing so good. Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor. We watched Saturday night at Center Stage, the first show of the year at the famed WCW Saturday night venue in Atlanta. And this was a show that I heard a lot of good feedback about, and I was like, this is a great show for us to watch, especially what we said on our last podcast about it. So let's jump on in, you know, let's see what ROH and Marty have to offer in this new fresh ROH of 2020. Take it, friend.
Well, starting off, we get an awesome, exciting contest between Andrew Everett and one Dragon Lee.
Man, what a match to kick it off, right?
No bullshit. I've always liked Andrew Everett, and I really like him now because a lot of the guys on Twitter are pushing their gimmick really hard, and his gimmick now is he's 7 foot tall, and he flips better than everyone. So he insists that he's a giant. He has the Andre the Giant styles. One strap.
So he's doing the old Crash Holly gimmick? Is that what he's doing?
No, Crash Holly was a super heavyweight. Let's not get confused. Andrew Everett is a giant.
Okay.
So he's 7 feet tall. You may have not noticed. This TV will reduce a lot of height. I don't know. But anyway, I love
That's
the gimmick.
why people have to have the lifters in their boots, you see.
Exactly. But, dude, that lariat in the match, did you catch that beautiful fucking lariat that Andrew Everett laid in on their Dragon Lee?
That was clever. I liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great match, and Everett, it went way longer than I expected.
I've liked Everett for a long time. He was like a PWG guy back in the day, right? And then he had a spell in
for like a minute.
TNA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he's out of the Hardys camp.
And I learned something during this match from Caprice Coleman, that his Everett's daddy is a big wig down in the indie territories down there in the south, and Andrew Everett has been wrestling since like the age of 13 as a young cheetah kid. Is that what he said? Did you catch that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, what do you think about Caprice Coleman on commentary?
Growing on me. To start with, I used to think he was god awful, but the more I listen to him, I like him. You know, he gives me the vibe of like a territory commentator that's just there to, you know, have fun, make sure have fun with the audience, you know, watch some fun wrestling and be wowed by it, make the wrestling sound like, oh boy, this is something to watch. Yeah, you know, I think he's good. How about you?
I have similar feelings. I honestly couldn't stand to listen to him talk when he first started out, but now he definitely has gotten a lot better.
You know what I love?
Go for it.
I fucking love his once a show. My God, that's so great.
I like how he's super animated when they get the camera on him. Like when Ian's talking, he's like selling stuff himself. You know what I mean, with his own face.
Or like the bit with Danhausen.
Danhausen,
where he keeps turning to the camera like, help me.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and his bit when they
very nice, very evil.
When they threw the money in the ring after that fucking amazing semi-main, where he's like, I think we're gonna help clean up. I like that shit. But yeah.
The next match we have is the one we actually spoke about this guy a little bit earlier, top prospect winner Dak Draper. Dude, he kind of reminds me of Matt Morgan, but not nearly as like built.
Yes.
But kind of bland, but it's still interesting. I like the finish. The finish was really cool, but I was more impressed with Jason Cade in this match.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not a fan of Dak Draper. He's one of those guys who just wrestles like if there's a shitty definition of the WWE style of wrestling, like that's it to me, and I hate it. It's like he's an entertainment wrestler who grew up like thinking that The Rock and Triple H are like the thing that every wrestler should fucking aspire to. It throws shitty punches. Just I don't know, not for me. Maybe he's gonna get better. That's generally what happens with people in ROH. They have to turn their work up to the level of everyone else. But we'll see. Not winning me over just yet.
Sure.
Then we had the women's match that you skipped and I fell asleep for. So
yeah.
Just full disclosure there for listeners at home.
The Ring of Honor ladies roster isn't the best, and they themselves will probably admit to that.
They have one woman in it that I'm a big fan of. You know who this is?
Sumi, the girl who was in the match, or who?
Nicole Savoy. I like Nicole Savoy. I think she's got a lot of potential.
See, I saw her wrestle up here against Mako, and
that was that disappointing
was not a big
match,
fan.
Which I was surprised by, because I watched on the last show of last year in ROH, the tapings at ECW Arena. They had a match between Sumi Sakai and Nicole Savoy, and I thought that was really good. So, I don't know, and Savoy also had a pretty good match on the last Bloodsport. So I think whenever she actually gets to use her mixed martial arts kind of shoot style experience, she's better. So I don't know what happened in that Mako Satomura match. That sounds like it should have been great, but it wasn't. Weird.
No, sir.
Why wasn't it good?
I can't say. My hopes were up so high. I don't think it would have lived up to it regardless. But it just, kind of fell flat.
Yeah. All right. Fair. But then, what do we have? What do we have next, sir?
Oh fuck! This is a great match. We got Josh Woods, Jonathan Gresham in the corners of each individual. There is Silas Young for Josh Gresham, his mentor, and then we have the greatest first generation wrestler in the woods. We got Jay Lethal.
Yes. Jay Lethal, the tag team partner and co-tag team champion with Jonathan Gresham.
Yes, sir.
I love this match. In hindsight, I felt a bit guilty because before you actually got to see it, I told you how fucking awesome it was. And I hate when that happens because it can artificially pump up your expectations. But by the sounds of it, it didn't. You still enjoyed it.
Yeah, great fucking match.
Best Josh Woods match I've seen in my fucking life. He is looking so good. He's I reckon he's to the level now of who's the bro dude that left to NXT and then I used to really love him, but now he's dead to me.
Matt Riddle?
Yeah. He's like Matt Riddle when Matt Riddle was still real good.
You said him.
I love Matt Riddle. He
he
killed himself to me when he insulted a wrestler that I fucking love in Bill Goldberg. So that's a big no-no.
Fuck, your loyalties are strong. I really liked the whole match. Amazing technically grappling contest, but I really enjoyed how it ended. This amazing technical wrestling match ended on a count out because Jay Lethal got involved.
On the floor, right?
Yeah. Well, I thought he got counted out. Wasn't it just...
Am I confusing matches? I was... Because I watched a lot of wrestling recently, man. In my recollection, he had him in a figure 4 on the floor, held it to 17, and then jumped in the ring, and then he wasn't able to get in because of the time.
Yeah. But
was that the finish?
To that, I believe so, yeah. And prior to that, Lethal had gotten involved. But they had this amazing match that intentionally won it on a count out, just to get over this fucking evil dickhead Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal combination. It's fucking great. He didn't have to do that to win the fucking match, but that's how they went out.
I like the line that Gresham is walking at the moment, and I think it makes his character so interesting because we all know he's easily one of the top 5 wrestlers in the world. Technical wrestling wise, I think it's maybe Hideki Suzuki and maybe one other dude that are in the conversation to be at his level of technical proficiency for actual fucking wrestling. But I think it's really interesting the way they're adding this extra spice element of, sometimes he'll just cheat. He spent a whole 2 years being the best wrestler in ROH and getting shit for it. So now he's gotten a bit of an edge to his shoulder. I don't think that's the saying that I was going for, but it'll do. And
no, that's the new euphemism, the new colloquialism, edge to his shoulder.
The edge
we'll
to
put
his
it on
shoulder.
the shirt.
Yeah, it's a hard edge. It's like kind of a pointy shoulder at this point.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm really digging his character, and like I said, I'm just such a fan of Josh Woods right now. I think the mentorship with Silas Young has done him just a world of good. And yeah, I love this match, man. Like, even just like the first, I want to say 5 minutes of it, just with those just incredible mat wrestling exchanges, and Josh Woods' MMA background and submission wrestling. It was just a treat to see. It just made me so happy,
Yeah, I loved it was just really fun, interesting match to watch, man.
Yeah, I loved it. Can't say enough good things about this. I reckon this was match of the show, personally. That may be a bit of a polarizing opinion considering how good the semi-main was, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I realize that as much as I love the fun and goofiness of wrestling, a real good grappling contest that doesn't look boring and formulaic is probably my favorite style of wrestling. And so, yeah, this is probably my favorite thing on the show.
That's awesome. Yeah, the next up.
Oh, real quick, before we move on, I did actually have a note of something especially awesome that I like. That neck bridge transition that Josh did.
Oh, yeah. That was so clever. It was really innovative as well.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of exchanges to where you could watch this match 5 times, and I think you'd see different things that you'd be wowed by. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot more of Josh Woods and Jonathan Gresham into 2020. I hope we get a feud between these guys. I love this that much.
Yeah, I'd like a feud where they're just kind of trying to one up each other. Remember the Best of 7 with Benoit? I think it was Benoit and Booker T. Yeah, something like that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Be way into that. And I think it's a match. It's the feud where Josh Woods is just going to get better from being in there. That's so as pardon the pun, elite as John Gresham.
Mm-hmm. Can't disagree.
Yeah, and then we had our semi-main, right? Or is there something in between?
My notes I had next was the crazy tag team match, the 3-way tag.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the 3-way tag. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. So we had the Briscoes against Lifeblood of Tracy Williams and Haskins.
Mark Haskins.
Who I love as a tag team. I think they're fantastic. And I think they're two of the best wrestlers going that don't get nearly enough cred. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of those guys in 2020. And then who was the last team?
Oh my God! Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me. I don't have it written down.
This is what happens when you're as unprepared as we are, and we do not have cage match open.
My notes are just cool thing the Briscoe brothers did, and then the cool thing.
Who was this other team that contributed nothing to the match? That's not fair. That's not fair. I think they did more than nothing. I'm bringing it up.
I know. Sadly enough, I do remember that the bouncers were sitting ringside on commentary the whole time, and Brian Malonis talked a lot.
He did, and the Beer City Bruiser said fucking nothing.
Yeah, I think he just reiterated something that Brian had previously said.
See, I like to think they only had a third microphone, so one of them had to pick who was going to talk, and the other one could just lean over his shoulder and go, "Yeah, man."
Was it Brody?
Brody?
No.
No. It was an awesome team. It was a fucking awesome team who definitely held their own, who I am also very excited in 2020. Fucking Jeff Cobb and Dan Marth.
Oh, yeah. How the fuck?
What's wrong with us?
And that was like the main angle of the storyline or of the match. Like them,
It was
those
built
two,
around
yeah.
them.
Yeah, we're dickheads.
This is my point of concern when you watch so much wrestling, and something can be really good, but like it can once out of sight, out of mind, man, it's gone. It's like what is the point of me spending my life watching this much wrestling if I'm going to forget it the second that I finish watching it?
But at the same time, do we really want to be able to recall every fucking... Oh, yeah, man. That whole Jeff Cobb, Dan Moff versus Briscoe's versus Lifeblood, best shit I saw last year. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot of things that stick with me, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes as well. And it's not necessarily because the stuff that goes is bad. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, I love this. I think the tag team of Marth and Cobb is great and works just really well. I'm even excited for like the match that I don't know if it was actually confirmed, but that Malonis was talking about, the idea of the bouncers against Cobb and Marth. I think that could be great.
Do you think they're going to be building to a Dan Moff title run in Ring of Honor?
Like not tag team, like you reckon singles?
Yeah, like the world champ. I think that's what they're doing. Like it's gonna be like that Christopher Daniels fucking angle where this guy who was a stalwart
they are both,
early years,
both members of the Prophecy, weren't they?
It would be fitting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I mean, I'm really into now the tag team thing. I think like the idea of them chasing the tag titles would be really cool. It's like a 6-month story or something. But yeah, I mean thereafter, you know how much love I got for Dan Marth. I think that'd be real cool.
Agreed.
I love that.
And let everyone know we have gone outside the 40 minutes, and that's just for you. It's for the listeners. That's how I do it. That's why I do it.
We tried, and I think that's what counts. I didn't mean to have a poignant pause after that.
It was beautiful.
Yep. All right, so let's keep this baby moving. So yeah, that tag match was bloody awesome, and they I think Caprice made a point during it that no, I think it was Malonis actually, that ROH has the best tag division in the world. And while some may scoff at that, you think about it. You think the amount of great tag teams they got. All the guys in this match, bloody Villain Enterprises and
Mexi Blood.
Yeah, Mexi Blood. Dragon Lee and Roosh, who is definitely the best form of Roosh that you'll ever get. Bloody who is the other tag team?
Two guys, one tag.
Oh yeah, but also Gresham and Lethal.
Jay Lethal. Yep.
Like I don't think that All Elite can touch that tag division, and that may be a big call. But I mean, do you think that's necessarily wrong?
When you first said it, I was like, that's ridiculous, and then I thought about it. No, not necessarily, because like they have AEW has some really elite tag teams with.
But there's like
the
4,
Bucks
right?
And yeah, exactly. There's 3 really good ones in my
Proud
opinion.
and Powerful,
and there's
very good.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's 4 because I was actually counting Lucha Brothers as well.
Yeah, same. I think that's the big ones: Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, Proud and Powerful, and SCU. Yeah. But
yeah, I like to see them. Yeah, you're fucking right, man. Holy shit, that's a good comment. And they could always they're always adding more people. I'm sure there's going to be more exciting people that are coming with Marty probably trying to bring people in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think in addition to booking and, you know, obviously been awesome on the shows, I think one of the best things of having Marty in this position is he's just a really great dude in terms of networking. He knows a lot of really fucking talented motherfuckers and is on really good terms with them. So if anyone's going to like bring companies together into promotional stuff, you know, I think we're already seeing it with the influx of New Japan talent for their big Supercard of Honor show on Mania weekend. Yeah, I think Marty's gonna do a heck of a lot of good for him, and I'm real stoked for it.
Agreed.
And then we had this
Speaking of
crazy,
Marty,
yeah.
Well, isn't that the next match?
Yes, I think we were both throwing to the next thing simultaneously. Anyway,
Go
you
ahead.
do yours. You do yours. Yours is
No,
going to be better.
You proceed. I was saying,
Uh,
speaking of Marty, and then allowing you to segue into the match, so we were cool and professional. But if
All right.
you screwed it up, and now we feel awkward.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave now. Show is over. Go ahead.
We almost got there. Good run. Good run.
So there was a cool title match here.
Yeah, so this was 6-man titles. This felt like a bloody awesome PWG match. Like also one of those top level great PWG matches. This is the reason why you have a 6-man tag title fucking belt. A trios title, some would say. I thought this was great. We had Mexabloods of Bandito and Flamita, with a third member that both of them are very familiar with, that we've seen many times in PWG, Ray Horus, against the champions, or I guess champions under Freebird rules, right? Of Villain Enterprises, with Flip Gordon subbing in for PCO, who was in the main event. And holy fuck, this was great.
Dude, I loved how they initially set it up like, yeah, this is a regular match. And like, no. After Marty finally got able to spit the words out, do you hear how loud that fucking crowd was?
Oh man, I just loved how many.
Want to let the Villain Enterprise speak.
How many Mexicans were in the crowd? I didn't know that Atlanta has such like a Mexican community, but it's great to see. But they just took over this fucking show. It was amazing. They had their vuvuzelas, the air horns, the spinny aroundy deal. They added such a great atmosphere to this. And yeah, Marty's trying to cut a promo at the start of the match, and then these cunts are just like drowning him out with their fucking air horns. It was great.
And the best part about it was that he was literally leading up to something that they would get really excited about. They wouldn't let him spit it out. So it's fucking great. Yeah, he reveals that it's going to be a title match and everyone loses their fucking minds. One thing I did love is somebody, I think it was on the announce team, was talking about the crowd. They said, vuvuzelas, they've got their Moroccans. Yeah, I was like, no, they don't have Moroccans.
Are you telling me they don't have the people of Morocco? Yeah.
Exactly. I brought my 2 Moroccan buddies with me.
They're good people, Moroccans. Good people.
Oh, so funny. But yeah, people super jazzed. And the fucking match, of course, we can go all day about how fucking tremendous it was.
But I think it was the crowd that made it. You're right. Like,
yeah.
It was the atmosphere, just the whole thing. And you know, again, Center Stage is such a cool venue, where the crowd is like on top of the ring, and I think that added something to it as well. But yeah, just how into this match this crowd got, the near falls, it's just fucking great.
And it's always fun, like with these particular luchadors, like you're just seeing the hits. They're like everything is crisp and fucking awesome and mind blowing. So. Yeah,
not like loose, messy lucha that you see a lot of the time. It was just so on point. And like, you know who stood out to me in this? Bloody Brody. I mean, we know Brody's background with lucha, but he looked so good in there with them, and like made them look so good as well.
One little small part after the match that I loved and I wanted to point out is when they were all celebrating, Ray Horus went to leave early and he was like halfway down this corridor when they called him back to come back and pose with the titles. It was, if you get a second, go back and look, like he's like ready to leave and they're like, no, come back. And a fan actually has to key Ray Horus to hey, they're trying to get you to come back. He turns his head like, oh shit, runs back. It was fucking great.
I noticed that actually. That was great.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to our main event, the rematch from the main event of Final Battle between PCO and ROH. Fuck, I was gonna do it, but I wimped out again. Didn't roll the R's.
ROH.
There we go. But yeah, I felt these guys didn't mesh very well at all in the Final Battle match, and it wasn't for lack of trying. It was just on 2 different pages.
There was so much shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of
looking
gimmickry.
back at stuff back, like there was so much schmaz and goofiness.
And there's a weird thing where like Roosh was trying to put this thing into the turnbuckles and it wasn't staying, and then he had to kind of like get to pretend to hold it there, and just like it was weird. But yeah, I thought this was better. I mean, I'm still not a fan of Roosh in this main event kind of position, really. I'd far more like to see him like in a tag team with Dragon Lee. I watched a great match from last year recently between Roosh and Dragon Lee against the Briscoe brothers that they did in the ECW arena, and holy shit, that was best Roosh that you'll ever see. So I want to see more of that. Yeah, this was good, better than Final Battle, but I feel like PCO can be better against other guys. What do you think?
I mean, I like Roosh, but yeah, I think even the group that he's in with Kenny King added to the mix doesn't even come off as like a main event caliber faction. Like it's like a mid card group. So yeah,
I did find it amusing when they announced the new Los Facción de Ingobernable. I guess that's their way of getting around CMLL's IP of Los Ingobernables, the originals. But it's hilarious. Everyone's just up in arms that Kenny King's in it. And I'm like, if anyone paid attention at all to Los Ingobernables in CMLL over the years, you would know that Los Ingobernables does not have a very high standard of requirement for talent that is in this group.
Okay, good point.
One of the main dudes over the years in it is like Roosh's dad, who was like La Bestia del Ring, who was honestly one of the worst things on the CMLL card, and likely booked as a favor to Roosh. You know, it's nice, but he really brings very little to the shows. Like La Mascara was another one who was one of the OG3 in Ingobernables with Sombra and Rush back in the day. I'm not a fan of La Mascara as much, and I think if anything, Kenny King is a step up from both of those guys. So what are you complaining about? It's fine.
No, I'm not. I still like Kenny King. I just don't see that as a main card group or a main event group. Kenny's dope, dude. Actually, I was bullshitting with him. Do you know that he was a actor as a kid?
Really? I did not know that.
And so I was bullshitting, like he should do a gimmick where he's like the TV ready guy. Like a lot of guys think they're fucking movie stars. They try to do the Hollywood gimmick. If he did the gimmick of he's like been a TV star all of his life, I was like pitching that to him, and all of a sudden he says, I like it a lot. So there might be a new Kenny King gimmick.
Yeah. Inspired
by yours truly.
Yeah. That could be money. That could
Not to suck my own dick by any means.
Genius. What do you think of
he was the best part I thought about it, he should always be moving to hard cam, making sure everything he's doing is facing hard cam. Like he's always looking to focus on the hard cam side.
Yeah, it does like the ridiculously overdone WWE entrance where every moment is just about like framing and looking at the right camera and pausing and waiting, and yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, but this overall, I thought this was a fun match. Again, step up from the Final Battle one. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think I want to see Roosh in the main event picture anymore. I don't know. Do you think he should stick around there or what?
It might be time for him to take a step back. The experiment with Roosh maybe is gone. And again, like you said, the tag team. I think he's
still money. Like you could tell with the Mexican crowd and stuff. Like they still see him as a fucking superstar, and there's something to that.
And it's not like he can't be brought up again. I just like you're right, dude. Like them running as a tag team unit was, especially how hot we're talking about this tag team division, would be more applicable. Wow, imagine a match between the fucking Briscoe brothers and then Dragon Lee and Roosh.
Yeah. I would love to see ROH get back to its days of holding that tag division as the marquee main event division on some shows. You know, like I remember some of my favorite matches in ROH history were tag title matches, and they'll put in the main event. So I'd love to see him do that more.
Yeah. Why are you always making me make decisions about how I want these guys' careers to work? I just want to see them wrestle.
No, I'm not criticizing this show at all. I think this show as a whole was like one of the best things ROH has done in a long time, and it sounds like it actually got some traction, and people felt that and were talking about it. Got some good buzz, and I just really hope that continues on through the year for a company that I feel like I've supported since like 2003. I was buying VHS tapes from ROHWrestling.com.
Ring of Honorhausen is going to rule.
Yeah.
Very nice, very evil.
I'm intrigued. Danhausen.
What do you think of the Danhausen on there? What do you like? This, I love his mannerisms and everything he does and says. It just tickles the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, it was a small role in the show, but it was fun for what it was, and I wouldn't criticize it at all. I'm intrigued what they're gonna do with him. Like, you can always have like a sort of a lower card comedy kind of dude in there. I don't know if they use him more as like a manager, or I'm interested to see how it goes.
Word.
But yeah, overall, I'm feeling pretty good about ROH going into the new year, and yeah, as I continue to say, more people need to get onto it, give it a shot, because honestly, some of the best wrestlers in the world are ROH wrestlers.
We're going to be your leading ROH supporting podcast from here on out.
No longer independent wrestling podcast, with a new ROH podcast.
Grown Men Watch Ring of Honor? Yes, we do.
It's got a nice ring to it. I like it.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird, interesting show, and then one day they just went in the direction. It was all Ring of Honor talk all the time.
Yeah. But if nothing else, it happened organically. So.
Yes, sir.
This has been fun. Thanks for the show, man. This has been good.
Yeah, man. Glad we could squeak it in. Looking forward to the Royal Rumble this weekend, people. I know you're not a big WWE fan, but you have to enjoy the Royal Rumble.
I do.
Right, Fred?
It's an annual thing. You hang out with your buddies. You consume a lot of alcohol. You have some filthy food. And
you complain about the Hot 100.
Yep. Indeed.
Oh guys,
this definitely should have been higher. King Gizzard definitely should have been higher this year.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, who are you pulling for? Anybody in particular?
My ideal outcome is quite ridiculous. It's more just what in a perfect world I would want to see, because I have no emotional attachment whatsoever. I'm going to preface this with saying this is a terrible idea, but if it happened, I would pop like crazy. I saw Brock Lesnar. He's in this motherfucker. So I just want to see Brock Lesnar squash every single person in this match. Just destroy them. Go on a tear. Eliminate everyone. Get to the end. Last entrant is a shocking entrant of none other than Hulk Hogan. And he comes out, throws fucking Lesnar out, and then we go into main event of Mania. Retirement of Hulk Hogan. Brock Lesnar against Hulk Hogan in lighting up their feud from fucking 2003.
Fuck, that's good.
Terry, is that you?
Yeah, brother. Man, I don't care who wins. Huh?
You're not expecting that?
You know what? Until you said it. No, honestly, the first part about Brock eliminating the majority of the people in the match, I did want that to happen. I would love Brock just to stand there as everybody comes in. He just fucking beats the shit out of him and throws them out. But I'm hoping that we see, for a surprise entrant, one rated R superstar.
Yeah, well, they've been teasing it, haven't they? It's quite interesting.
I would pop big for that. The main reason is I'd be really excited for people who are like big fans of Edge that like were kind of cheated out of or him as well, but fans who like really wanted to see him keep his career going, get a chance to see him in the ring again. Because I had that happen to me with Shawn Michaels as a kid. Like Shawn Michaels had to retire. I was super bummed out, and then he came back. I'm like, something you never expected to happen. So
this was not when he lost his smile.
No. This is when he actually retired for good, buddy. Remember when he
good.
when he was shot, his back was shot, and he wasn't going to come back, and then
he
came back wearing the tights.
I remember he did the referee spot for FMW where he refereed and ruined one of their main events and was high off his ass. And then I remember he also had an unofficial return.
That sounds like your bad mouth of Shawn Michaels here.
Oh, never. An unofficial return on like that company that he was running in Texas. Do you remember that? And he worked like some dude called like Carnage or fucking something.
Biohazard?
Weird. Something like that. Yeah, but yeah, he had like a
Biohazard
match.
from that shit?
I remember, yeah, that was part of the Texas group in ROH from about that time, right?
Yep.
Paul London
I'm just
came
hoping.
from.
I'm just excited that people get to see their guy come back again.
Yes.
Even if my guy was a bit of a shithead.
I'm happy as well for Edge himself because it sucks when he's not able to go out on his own terms and have that like proper retirement that he for all rights. Edge had a great run,
Yeah.
I was a
but
big
he was
fan
so
of him
hot
for many years.
when he had to take off. Like he was so like his career was on fire when he realized he could no longer do it anymore.
Yeah, and just like that, it was done after like a fucking match with Alberto Del Rio or something. So I'd like to think that he can have a nicer send off than that and finish it up properly. Yeah, so I'd be.
And then we
pumped for
could
that,
have
man.
Hulk Hogan and Edge face off in the middle of the ring, and it'll be reunite that tag team because they were together for a little bit.
Maybe they can get the tag titles again. Why not?
Let's get the fuck out of here. You can catch me at Jaims Vanderbeek on both Instagram and Twitter at JAIMS Vanderbeek.
You can find me at Chris Things on all of those platforms. Mainly the Instagram. You can also find the show at Grown Men Pod, where, as we've said in the past, it's a great place to keep up with the sometimes not so regular droppage of our program, but we do our best to keep it as not too long a gaps between shows, but sometimes shit happens, and that's when you can jump on this Twitter and see, oh, there's a new show out. Wonderful. I'd also like to thank our great friends at Social Suplex who make this magic happen. All of that at socialsuplex.com. A lot of other great guys on the Social Suplex podcast network, such as the One Nation Radio, Ricky and Clive Wrestling Show, the All Elite Show, and Keeping It Strong Style, Social Suplex. And I think that's it. Plug ski's over.
Dude, one more plug ski. I recently found out that we are on Spotify and Stitcher. Like, because Social Suplex is, if you wanted to listen to our show and you have Spotify, you totally can.
Yeah. I think this past week, they upgraded from the Podbean account to something else that I can't remember the name of. And I think this new one goes to more places or something. And I think people can also, if you follow us on iTunes, if you don't want to get the rest of the Social Suplex stuff, which, how dare you? It's lovely. But if you did just want to listen to our show, you can just follow a channel that is going to be our show into the future. So you have that option now. We like to give people options here at the Grown Men Watch This Shit podcast.
Yeah! All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for having me, Chris. Happy Hot 100 Day. And, maybe be nice to Aboriginal people. Just joking.
I'll do my best to do a better
I
job
know you're
going
a good guy.
forward.
You need to get this change in effect. Damn it.
Yes. Let's all get on the train. Let's all get on the good train.
The positive, happy train.
Yes, the happy train, as Colt Cabana would say. I like it. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Let's ride that happy train on for the next couple of weeks until our next show. Have a great life, everyone. Farewell.
Gotta close. Get swifty.
Hurrah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, buddy. All right. I'll talk to you soon, D.
Fun show.
Agreed. This probably actually is the fact that we did go our 40 minutes and packed so much fun into it. I really enjoyed it.
Like,
Thanks for helping me get in a better mood, man.
thanks, man. Glad we're able to do that.
The bear is a winner,